In this video, I'm going to be answering the question, should I fight for my ex or let them go? But first, my name is Clay with modernlove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not, because you deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, do me a favor by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel while you're down there too, so that you can get updates whenever we upload new videos. Also, if you're not already, it might be a nice idea for you to get on our email newsletter as well too. It's totally free to sign up. You can find a link for it down below in the description box. And when you do sign up, we send you this nice report that kind of takes a look at a lot of the myths, a lot of the sacred cows that people sort of seem to believe for some reason about getting back together with your ex and saving a relationship that, at least in my experience, aren't that true. You can find all of that down below in the description box. So anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. Again, we're talking about how to know if you should fight for your ex or let them go. And I know that there are a lot of opinions about this out there. I know that there are people that say, always give up on your ex. Breakups happen for a reason. You can do better than that. You go girl, all that stuff. And I'm not here to say that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. However, I've also talked to a lot of people who have not just been in some sort of situation where they can just, let's just move on, right? This is like people whose families are being ripped apart, people whose marriages have ended after, decades together. And is it worth trying to smooth that out, overcome differences, and make communication between the two of you work so that you can actually pull your family back together? You can actually get back together with someone that you spent, the bulk of your life together with. Oftentimes it can make sense to do that. That's not to say that it wouldn't make sense for you to not fight for your relationship or something like that if you and your ex were only together for a short period of time either. This is a choice you have to make. But either way, I'm going to help you to kind of work through some of the thought process that I would generally encourage clients to go through when they're considering, like, should I get back together with my ex? Should I move on? First and foremost, I look at, why did the breakup happen? What happened that caused the two of you to break up? Is it something that can be overcome? Is it something that maybe is already overcome? Has whatever caused the breakup to happen in the first place been corrected? If not, then obviously that is the first place to start. If, for example, your ex doesn't trust you, or if you broke their confidence in some way, or if they think that you're this way when really you're that way, or there's some kind of misunderstanding, sure, you can absolutely overcome that totally. If, on the other hand, that hasn't been addressed yet, obviously, I would recommend that you work on that, because your ex isn't going to want to or feel excited about coming back into the same relationship that they walked out of in the first place. And I know that you're a human and that they're a human, and if the two of you get back together, the same humans will be involved in a relationship. But the relationship has to be seen as a dynamic, not necessarily just whether or not the same humans are involved. And so that's what I mean by they're not going to walk back into the same relationship that they walked out of in the first place. We have to very, very strongly shift the dynamic so that they know that getting back together is something different, something better than what was there before. Additionally, you want to also look at what it is you want in a relationship or in a partner. What is it that you actually want, right? So, I work with a fair number of women out there, and a lot of women, not saying all of them, but a lot of women are interested in getting married, in starting a family, and all of that. And, women being women, there is a certain sort of time window that has to happen within. So you can't just kind of, take your sweet old time when it comes to all of this stuff, maybe the way that men can. And so if that's what you want for yourself, then you want to also be kind of real with the guy that you might be considering doing all of this stuff with. Does he seem like he wants the same things that you want? Does he seem like he wants marriage? Does he seem like he wants to have a family? Does he seem like he would, be a good father figure, or is he just like really inconsistent and probably not going to be the best dad out there? Or does he have like narcissistic personality disorder, in which case, okay, that's going to spill over onto the kids and make them need therapy at some point in time. So you have to think about these sorts of things. Again, I'm not here to say you should never date someone like this or you should always date people like this. This is a choice that you have to make for yourself. You have to say, okay, what am I looking for in a partner? What am I looking for in a relationship? And does the person that I am thinking about being in a relationship with have these qualities? If they do, great, green light, let's go. If they don't, then we have to say, okay, how I found them is how they are likely to stay. Do emotionally unavailable people eventually become available? Sure, it can happen, but is it going to happen on your time frame? Not necessarily. Do commitment phobes suddenly decide to want to commit and settle down? Yeah, it can happen, but is it going to happen anytime soon? I don't know. And so we need to start to think about these sorts of things. We need to start to think about, can I accept them as the person that they are now? Because one thing I can tell you is that you're not going to be able to get them to change for you. There's no magic cheat code out there that if you just say it, is suddenly going to make someone want to be emotionally available when maybe they weren't for, their entire life up until now. There's no secret words that you can say that's going to make someone stop being a narcissist. There's no any of that stuff out there. You have to just say, okay, this is the person that's in front of me. Can I accept them the way that they are? Is this person, as they are in front of me, likely to give me the kind of relationship that I want, or likely to be the kind of partner that I want? Again, yes, absolutely, people can change, but I don't want you necessarily sitting around waiting for months or years or decades or eternity for someone to change when maybe they just don't want to change. Maybe they don't want to be emotionally available. Maybe they have zero desire to get whatever their issues are under control, and they're just going to be the way that they are right now forever. And if that's the case, then it makes sense to say, okay, I want this, you're that. Maybe I just need to say, I'm unlikely to get what I want from you, and let's go forward and create some space in my life where I can meet someone who is what I want in a partner or can give me what I want in a relationship. And so that's what I would really have you think about when it comes to what you want in a relationship and whether or not trying to make things work between you and your ex is a good idea. Now, as like an asterisk to all of this, I mean, like, obviously I do not recommend that you, get involved with anyone in some sort of abusive dynamic or anything like that, or, anything that involves illegal activity. Like every now and then we get someone who's like, oh, hey, yeah, my ex is 13 years old. And I'm like, I really didn't want to call the police today, but now I'm going to have to do that. So again, as long as there's nothing illegal or no violence involved, and what you and your ex are to one another is compatible with what you want for yourself in a partner and a relationship, and all of that, I think that it totally makes sense if you want to see what's possible between you and your ex and try to save that relationship. In the same vein, too, it's also okay if for any reason you don't want to get back together with your ex. Just because maybe some of these things are in place that we've talked about in this video and you don't want to do it, that's totally okay too. Again, like I said, I'm just here to help you make some decisions, but ultimately these decisions are yours and yours alone. And if you want to be with someone, that's cool. If you don't want to be with someone, that's cool too. But I can tell you that if you want to save yourself a lot of frustration, make sure that you can accept them as the person that they are. Make sure that you are okay with them as the person that they are. And if you are, then I say, let's see what's possible between you and them. Anyway, I hope this has helped you out. Once again, if you do want to get on our email newsletter where we send you tips, advice, and strategies for helping you save your relationship, and you also get that nice report I talked to you about earlier in this video that kind of goes through a lot of the common beliefs, misconceptions, superstitions, sacred cows about saving a relationship and pulls them apart, you can sign up for that newsletter down below. Once again, my name is Clay. If you like what we're doing, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and if you do want to find more about how to connect with your ex on an emotional level, be sure to check out this video series over here on what we call advanced relational skills. If on the other hand you want to check out this video over here, go ahead and check it out too. But thank you so much, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.